we have the Empress, the Magician, and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, you have found out that you're pregnant. It's something that you have been desiring, actually. It's been something that you have been planning for a while. But before you had a chance to manifest this beautiful thing here, this thing connected to your home, whatever the situation is, whether it's a new child, whether it's a new project, a new business, Empress brings forth creativity, and they bring across newness, but more than anything, they bring across children. Now, with this couple here, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, we have someone who feels very secure, and on the surface, this is what I'm going to say. This is a picture-perfect couple on the surface. They have the nice house. They have, 1.2 children, and everything is perfect, and life looks good on the outside. But on the inside of this home, we have a situation that's ready to blow everything all to hell. Because I feel someone in this situation may be pregnant, and I use the word again. And someone who is desiring to not bring that pregnancy to completion. Someone is asking their spouse to not have a child, to bring an end to that situation. And I think we're in a situation where maybe we already have a child. Maybe you live in a country, and I do know that there are countries that only permit so many children. So I see that that may be a possibility for someone. But what we have here is a situation where we have a couple. I can't say whether or not they're married. I do not have the Hierophant here. And I don't have the priest. I don't have anything but possibly a written word here. And that it doesn't even talk about a written word. It just talks about deep thought. But someone turns up pregnant here. And we have a conflict because someone's spouse is saying, whoa, back up. Do we want another child? Do we want to bring another child into this space or into this world? One person desperately wants to have this new life. But another partner with the Ten of Wands is considering that this thing may be a burden and something that they may want to lay down. Maybe not take this possibility any further because it may add a financial burden to the situation. Even though we have the Ten of Pentacles here, this can simply talk about waiting for family money to develop. Although with the Queen of Pentacles, it's good, strong home atmosphere. But again, I get the feeling that behind closed doors, we're dealing with a couple in conflict over whether or not to have another child. Now, maybe you're not pregnant yet. Maybe this is an explosive situation between you and a spouse or a partner concerning whether to have a child or whether or not to have another child. One person seems to be very much in favor, and another person seems to be very much against it. I'm going to finish reading the tarot first. So we have this Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So a decision is going to be made around this situation, and it may be made quite quickly. This is a decision or an action being taken in a hurry. Maybe if you are pregnant and you're considering a termination, you may be running out of time. I almost hear 3 weeks. Or maybe some of you are 3 months along. And now you're being faced with the possibility that you're carrying a child that a partner may want to terminate. But I do see that there's an emotional separation in this situation. One person is very much in favor of doing one thing, and the other person just isn't going to consider it. Now, here with the Sibilas, we've got the Gran Signore, the desperate jealousy, and the merchant. Jealousy doesn't have to be jealousy. It can be talking about fear too. And I almost feel that this person who is against carrying either this pregnancy to fruition, or whether this is an artistic endeavor that someone is saying, wait, this isn't working. This project is going nowhere, so we have to end it. This thing they're developing is a burden now. It's costing more money than it's really worth. So we need to end it now. So there's a feeling of certainty, whether this is a child that is in question, that is in denial, or a business venture that is in denial of succeeding. Someone here wants to end the situation. Someone here wants to continue with the situation. This Gran Signore, he weighs all of his options. Then he expresses his intentions, and then he deals with the outcome. But there's fear around this for someone. And if someone has found out that their pregnancy may not be viable, that may be a possibility that's going on here. Or maybe there are questions around the child's paternity. Thank you, Michael. There are questions around someone's paternity. A new child coming in. That's what this dispute is about for someone. That someone is in fearful, and someone, frankly, is jealous because now they know that a child that is being carried in their name may not be theirs. There's a question about paternity around someone's pregnancy. Now, with il pensiero, allegrezza a cor and dispiacere. Well, you know what? One person in the situation is saying, I'm happy about this. I don't really care who the father or who the parenting of this, it would have to be a father, but there's a feeling that a female energy just says, I want this child. It doesn't matter to whoever this energy is, who this child's parentage is. They're happy. They're going to accept it for what it is. They've given it great thought, and even though there are tears around the situation, one person is standing strong, remaining happy and positive, and are accepting and receiving this news. Even to the point of tears. There's happiness for one person to the point of tears in this situation. And another person is very fearful, and someone is in doubt about the paternity of a child. Now, sospiri, belvedere, melancolia. Okay, somebody is thinking about a relationship that they have been a party to. Maybe for a while, because sospiri, she watches, she waits. Belvedere, she can see the outcome. She watches for developments to happen. And melancholia, somebody who is out on the outside, maybe longing for a different time, or maybe reminiscing about a situation. But the developments are certain to be coming, and they will be developments that you can actually see happening. Changes coming, changes that appear in front of you. I think very much this feels very much like baby belly to me. Like someone is saying you're almost showing you need to make a choice. Okay? There is a feeling that someone needs to make a choice around this situation. Because, number one, for someone, we're not sure about the paternity of the child. And for someone else, there is an issue or a question about the viability of the pregnancy. And one person even questions whether they want to go through with this situation. Now, I think someone in the situation is going through it. But pardon me, our James Van Prague energy. The Soul's Journey card says denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight and awareness. This is someone approaching the situation with clarity, getting out of a state of a denial. You know you were in a state of denial, some of you. Now you're being forced to snap out of it, because a baby belly is blossoming. It says you are just getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process, but do not give up. This is for a party who decides to continue forward with a pregnancy that maybe some people have doubts about the authenticity of the parentage. Someone who is questioning the viability of a successful life, a successful outcome for this pregnancy. So I see there are questions for someone around the bringing forth of a brand new life, a brand new project, whatever it is. One person says, hell yes, I'm doing it. I'm going forward. I know there are things that are unknown about this, but I am taking the risk. And another person is saying that they cannot move forward with you for whatever reason that is. Be it family, be it baby, be it career.